Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the StarCraft 2 Ownage Shack. It is David here bringing you Game 3 in this Best 3 series played between AiProClan, the Blue Zerg, as well as NGS, the Red Protoss here. They're spawning on Metalopolis, it looks like. Gonna have 12 o'clock position for Zerg and 2 o'clock for Protoss. Close positions by air on a pretty fair map, I have to say. I think that these positions do favor Zerg right now because obviously taking a third and second base are going to be very easy. The Zerg just loves to have this nice area on Metalopolis when it's not close spots because they can expand in this very wide arc, as you can see there. The only problem with this kind of thing is that then it's very easy for their opponent to crush each expansion successively. You just start here and work your way in. So yeah. Of course, another advantage is obviously the Overlord gets a very fast scout. It looks like he's not going to opt to pull that away though, so Protoss will know to scout up here immediately. As you can see, this probe is already gearing up to do. And it looks like he's not going to swing by the watchtower there. Sometimes you might want to do that just because you can catch a 6 pool. There's really no other reason to do it though. Obviously 6 pool, not going to be any Zerglings out at this stage in the game, but on longer maps, I do like to do it. And it looks like, yeah, so the first gateway is going down normal time. Pretty much everything's standard right now. The real question here is Zerg going to take a fast expansion? And it looks like yes he is, but will the probe deny it? Oh no, it looks like he's going to be trying to put a pylon down, but he's mineral blocked right now. That's unfortunate. That could have been very annoying for Zerg. It looks like he still might actually get it. You really want to prevent that pylon from going down at all costs. And it looks like, yeah, he's going to be throwing down the pool first just because of these these nuisances going down. And I have to say, Protoss could definitely do a better job of keeping that probe a little more healthy. There's no reason to lose hull damage on that. You can queue up a bunch of movements as the expansion goes down, and you should never really get hit. See, we have 2 Overlords now down here scouting it out. And, ooh, a very fast gas? No. Gonna just stick with the 1 assimilator for now. Gonna put 2 probes on it, looks like. Meanwhile, Cybernetics Core is walling off the front here. And the Zerg player is just powering up with his gas. And his spawning pool is now out as well. So this is a similar build to what he did last time. Of course, this time the spawning pool is going down before hatch. So he's going to be a lot more safe from all-ins. As we can see last game, he was not so safe from all-ins. But yeah, that's going to be changed this game. And there goes the second gas. So that's a pretty normal time for the second gas. But I have to say, against Zerg, you definitely don't need that second gas if you're planning a fast expansion. So I'm going to just say there's going to be some kind of attack. It's not quite clear what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Blink Stalkers again, however, though, because that's simply not as effective on this map. There's no real area you can blink to and abuse like there is on Delta Quadrant. So there we go. Oh man, I just love seeing that. The second the Queen pops, using that energy to just spawn some larvae. Really nice. Oh, and a very fast lair. It seems like Apro really likes his fast lair, I have to say. Something he did in the first game, and now it looks like he's doing it in the third again. But we're going to have to see if it's going to be effective against what Protoss is doing. Right now he's got 2 gateways on the way, and a third one right now. So, 3 gateways with 2 gas? I'm a little bit confused as to why he got the gas so fast. If he goes for Blink Stalkers, I will be confused about that as well. Simply because those Blink Stalkers are not, like I said, they're just not as good on this map. But we'll have to see. Could be a very delayed 4K. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Let's just take a look at what Zerg's doing. Looks like the second queen is almost out here. Meanwhile, the lair is almost finished. And I'm almost certain that lair is going to be used for a spire. There's no other reason he'd want that this fast, especially with no Roach Warren even out. So he's going to be going for Mutalisks, it looks like. And yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Mutas versus Protoss is a very finicky thing. Kind of, tough to say what's going to happen. But, you know what? I don't think it's going to be Mutas. There's not enough gas being taken right now. If he takes the second extractor and third extractor here, maybe we'll see Mutas, but right now there's definitely no way he can support that. Okay, so the Spire's going down. Oops. The Spire's going down right there. And he should be taking these gas any second now if he's going for that Spire. You really want to stockpile that gas. So, yeah, that's something he's going to want to do. And, wow, I have to say, Zerg is playing very greedy right now. Only with 2 Zerglings at this point in the game. He must have a great read on Protoss. And let's just see what Protoss is doing. Looks like it is going to be that 3-gate expand build. Just very strange, though, taking that second gas that early. Usually, the 3-gate expand, you'll see the second gas taken, but just not that fast. So, Looks like he did want a few more Stalkers in there instead of Zealots, and that's probably the reason why he did that. Meanwhile, a Spine Crawler's going down. That's definitely a great idea. When you're teching up this hard, with only 2 Zerglings, well, make that 10 more on the way. It's going to be tough to hold any rush, and I like this. It's going to make it easy to spot any proxy pylons. Also, you know, somewhat of a unit boost in speed there. But we'll have to just take a look later and see if he does decide to expand. And a Stargate's coming out. Okay, now we're seeing why he got that second gas so early. So yeah, the Stargate tech is coming, and this is, I'm almost certain that's going to be for Phoenixes. Void Rays can be very, very good. I think that the Void Ray has more power in the early game though, before obviously Zerg has a chance to get things like Aspire out. Because once he gets Mutas, well, Phoenixes are going to be great against them, but Void Rays, you know, not so much. And man, AiPro loves his Zerglings. Look at all these Zerglings. How many does he have? 45. My goodness. He does not like to drone up at all. He is taking no risks whatsoever. I'm going to make sure he does not lose to this Protoss player who has all-in him 2 games in a row. So, looks like that's not going to be the case this game, though. Going to be playing more economically. And, okay, this is going to be a Void Ray. So, you know, I'll eat my words there. But, like I said, with these Mutas on the way, I don't think that Void Ray is going to be too great. Not very effective at all. Phoenixes are much, much better against Mutas. Could just be a lack of scouting, though. If we take a look at his vision, it looks like he has no idea about this Spire coming, so can't really blame him for getting that Void Ray in that case. And there we go. Looks like Zerglings are going to be patrolling around here. Try to deny any expansions. It's very important that you know, just keep that economic lead. In fact, I'd almost expect Zerg to be taking another base anytime soon. Simply because of how hard Protoss is turtling. It's really your best bet. The Mutas do come in, and it looks like they're going to kill a few probes here, but they're taking a lot of damage from that Stalker. The Sentries is going to be something you want to keep away from with the Mutas. But everything else you can pretty much deal with very easily. And there goes the Stalker getting killed. 4 more Mutas on the way at the same time. Wow, a huge amount of Zerglings coming into the expansion and taking it out. Oh, what a bloated Protoss that was. Very, very nice play by Zerg. Meanwhile, controlling his Mutas. Let's see. Is he keeping on top? No, he's not. If he had been keeping on top of his injects during that time, I would have been extremely impressed. But that takes a lot of multitasking skill. So you can't really blame him for that. Losing a few Mutas right there. Kind of not the best thing. But man, taking that expansion with your Zerglings. Very nice. I just can't believe. That was very nice play. Man, just dragging, forcing all those units to come up. Left that expansion wide open for a Zergling attack. So really nice, abusing the mobility of these little Zerglings quite well. And it looks like Protoss is just going to go in for an all-in counterattack here. That's certainly a good idea. Will he break this, though? 2 Spine Crawlers and a ton of Speedlings. We're going to have to wait and see. Looks like he wanted to take out the Statue of Mengsk, but it's not going to happen. These other 2 Spines are kind of late, though. The Zerglings coming in, but with proper force fields. Uh-oh, that was not proper force fields. A lot of Zerglings made their way in, but the rest do come in. And I think that, you know, Zerg should have enough to deal with this. Doesn't get that Void Ray. Oh, finally the Void Ray goes down. Yeah, with all these Mutas and Zerglings, I think that Zerg should be able to kill what's left here. I mean, we can see in the supply, Protoss is so far behind, and he doesn't even have a proxy pylon to reinforce with. Looks like he's going to use this one, which is reasonably close. But the reinforcements, oh, beautiful. Getting picked off by AiProClan right there. Really great map awareness with those Zerglings. Just coming back to pick off what he can. Meanwhile, there's no way for those units to poke in now because of these Spine Crawlers. These are going to be doing the poking, not the Protoss units. So I think this game is done now. I mean, looks like the Zerglings are going into the main. No, Zealot's going to stop them there. Meanwhile, a Twilight Council coming up while Mutalists just slaughter all the probes. Yeah, Protoss is falling apart at this point. I don't even think a DT switch at this point would save him. Seems like that's what he's gearing up for. But yeah, I mean, the multitasking skill of the Zerg is just off the charts right now. Just controlling units everywhere. And he's larva injecting now as well. So very nice play. And with this Nexus now going down, as well as the fact that he's left with absolutely 0 probes, I would expect Protoss to be calling GG any second here. Probably is one of the situations where you're swallowing your loss. Very hard to deal with sometimes, but he has these units, so I guess he thinks he still has a chance. But with this many spines, yeah, that's just not going to happen. The Zerglings will come in, and he's force fielding the wrong location, unfortunately, as the Zerglings are all stashed up there. And there goes the GG. Pretty enjoyable series. I really hope you guys liked it. And that's it for this. I really would encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing here. I really appreciate that, as well as to give this a thumbs up. It helps so much. Just really gets those videos a higher priority on the search bar. So it all helps to improve the quality here at StarCraft 2 Ownage Shack. And once again, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again for another daily dose of